And our top focus on World DNA is our continuous coverage of the Israel-Hamas war. In the latest, the Israel Defense Forces are continuing its large-scale airstrikes against Hamas militants in the Gaza Strip.
And this is as the world leaders attempt to bring both parties back to the negotiating table. Now, in the latest, according to a senior Hamas official, resuming talks with Israel on further exchanges of hostages and prisoners must be tied to a quote-unquote cessation of aggression and a ceasefire.
The Israeli military, on the other hand, says that it has intensified its attack on the Palestinian territory, adding that the militants on every part of the strip are now on target. And this marks a big escalation in the Israeli offensive since the truce collapse before the 7-day pause. The deadliest Israeli operations were limited to northern Gaza.
Israel's military chief of staff says that their operation in southern Gaza will match its earlier offensive against Hamas in the northern part of the strip.
The IDF claims to have killed Hamas's commander of the Shati battalion with an airstrike in Gaza. Well, they say that the commander, Haitham Kouajwari, directed the militants to carry out raids into southern Israel on October 7th.
Now, the Israeli Defense Forces further said that since the beginning of their ground offensive, the troops have discovered more than 800 tunnel shafts in the Gaza Strip. The military also said that around 500 of them have already been destroyed, either by setting off large explosive charges inside or by sealing them.
Now, with the attacks intensifying, the humanitarian horror in Gaza is only worsening. Over 2 million Palestinians face death and devastation across the besieged strip, while at least 700 Palestinians have been killed in the past 24 hours. And it is one of the highest daily death tolls since the war began on October 7th. From the north to the south, Palestinians in Gaza say that nowhere is safe.
The Israeli military targeted the Jabalia refugee camp again in northern Gaza for a second day. Renewed strikes hit the refugee camp on Sunday. Several homes were destroyed, killing dozens of people. More are buried under the rubble still.
Meanwhile, injured people were being rushed to Gaza City's Al-Ahli hospital as Israel ordered more people in crowded southern Gaza to evacuate. While bodies were lined on the front yard of the hospital, even as more bodies were brought in.
39 Palestinians, including 20 who are badly injured, arrived in Tunisia together with their families on Sunday. They were transported from the Gaza Strip for medical treatment. They had been evacuated via the Rafah border crossing into Egypt. And another flight is scheduled for Tuesday to bring an additional 160 injured people to Tunisia for treatment.
While seeing the situation unfolding in West Asia, the Iranian foreign minister has expressed prospects of the war spilling over in face of the Israeli attacks on Gaza.